Hey guys, this is Justin
And Bailey.
at the Sprava Review, and today we're going to be talking about a movie that she was really looking forward to, or kind of dreading at the same time, and one that I figured I'd see just for the heck of it, because she wanted to. That is, of course, Beauty and the Beast, the latest live-action Disney movie. Now, when it comes to Beauty and the Beast, she loves it.
I'm kind of a snob when it comes to Beauty and the Beast. I absolutely love the cartoon. It was my all-time favorite Disney movie when I was a kid. It still is.
And then I just saw it for the first time a little over a year ago. So, as you can see going into it, who had more expectations than who? And, to be honest,
it actually was very, very good.
It was, yeah.
I was really surprised at how well they put it together, at how close it was to the original movie, but the parts that they added in fit really well with the story.
Aside from a few plot changes, this is basically just the animated movie, just expanded, with more detail and more added stuff. So if you like the original Disney film, you would like this one, because it just expands on what you love.
You will absolutely love this one. If you love the original, like he said, you will absolutely love it, because there are things explained in the new movie that were never explained in the original. Nobody ever talked about what happened to Belle's mom. No one ever talked about why in a town that size no one could see a giant castle that's close enough that they could ride to on a horse. It's close enough where an old man can run to.
Or the fact that nobody even remembers that there is a castle there to begin with.
That no one would even know that it was there. It was explained that in the beginning, when the Enchantress turned him into the Beast, she also erased the memory that the castle even exists, that any of those people ever existed, from the minds of anyone who was around. In the surrounding area, it was also protected by the wolves, so no one, even if they came across that trail, would be dumb enough to go against a pack of wolves to even get there.
There you go, and that makes sense, and it works. The best thing about this movie, though, is that visually, it looks amazing. It's a visually stunning film. They got that down, and then all the performances are all great, too.
Emma Watson was great in the movie. I was very impressed. I went into the movie, when I first found out that Emma Watson was playing Belle, all I could see was her playing Hermione. I couldn't see her as Belle. I have a very clear picture of what Belle would look like from growing up with the animated movie. She pulled it off great.
It was good.
I was very surprised. I was very impressed, and honestly, just bravo to her for being able to sing like that. I didn't even know she could sing.
And then Dan Stevens as the Beast, who's an actor I love, mostly because he's in the show Legion, which, if you haven't seen that show, it's a great freaking show, and he's an awesome actor, and he pulls off the Beast very well. When he is, like, the Prince, and when he's the Beast, he does a very good job, despite some lackluster CGI in the Beast, which we'll get to in a little bit, but on the performance-wise, he was solid. He was really good.
The part that I love the most about it is not only was the animation on him amazing, like, if any of you had seen the new Jungle Book, how well the animation was in that, it was completely emulated in this movie too.
You mean the motion capture?
Yeah, the motion capture. The only thing I will say about it is that when he walks, there's kind of a glitch to it when you first see it, and like, it's very subtle, it's very small, you can't really tell right away, but if you're like us and you actually watch for that kind of thing, yeah, it's obvious.
I'm not gonna lie, they got like the facial movement, all that stuff looked good, but I wasn't big on the CGI just because it looked too cartoony. And I guess that's probably the best they could do with the technology, but it just felt like she was talking to a CGI creature, and that always takes me out of movies. And for the whole movie, he just felt like a CGI creature, and that didn't exactly work for me. But for what they were able to do, it was still good. Like when they had close-ups of him, you could still see the emotions. So it still worked, but I felt it could have been a little bit better. But I know we both have different views on who stole the show.
I'm just going to say that I know there was a lot of controversy on LeFou, who is Gaston's sidekick in the animated movie. He's gay in this movie. It's completely obvious, and it is hilarious.
It's really well handled. It's really
honestly,
good.
it's subtle enough where it's not in your face, but it's in your face enough where it's like,
Where it's
wow.
still there, yeah.
Like, I don't know if any of you guys really remember watching the animated movie. Go back and watch clips of LeFou singing the song to Gaston. That is not something that he just came up with off the top of his head. That seems like he went and he was in his room somewhere dancing to that. He seems very gay.
He was good. Even the actor Josh Gad, who plays him, who I hate, that guy annoys the hell out of me.
I like him. I don't know.
He was good. I like him in the movie. He was good. But normally, that guy just annoys me for some reason. I just don't like him. But he was good in the movie.
Yeah.
But, see, she thinks LeFou stole the show. To me, the one who stole the show was Gaston.
Gaston got me.
He was awesome. Luke Evans, who is an actor I never thought highly of. Like, again, he played a bad guy in a Fast and Furious movie, and in those movies, he was good for what it was, but he was really good in this movie. He was hilarious. And
he looks more like Orlando Bloom than Orlando Bloom.
Which made it really awkward in the Hobbit movies when he was in the same scenes with Orlando Bloom.
A little bit.
But he was really good in the movie. Like, he was entertaining. Every time he was on screen, I was like, yep, I'm in. Like, he was so entertaining in the part.
He was great as Gaston.
Yeah.
I loved it because he captured the character perfectly.
Yeah.
In the beginning, he was really sweet, and he was really trying to get Belle to fall for him willingly.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
But
it's a little bit different than the cartoon.
as the movie goes on, like in the cartoon, you can see the crazy right away.
Yeah.
You can tell he's crazy. But as the movie went on, it became obvious how far he was willing to go to get what he wanted. He was willing to leave Maurice to die.
Yeah, that was an interesting change.
Yeah, because he didn't agree to let Belle marry him.
So to me, he stole the show. I thought he was the best part of the movie. Like, the rest of the cast is all really good too. But let's get to something. I know she's not going to have much to say in here, but I do have issues with the movie. Mainly in the first half. When it started out, it was perfectly fine. I was into it. I'm like, this is actually really good. I like the way it's moving and stuff. But once it's a little bit where Maurice gets captured by the Beast, and then Belle has to go to him. That's when the movie, I don't know why, it started to lose me, in that it started to feel kind of dull, and the humor wasn't landing, I thought. And I thought some of the scenes, some of the songs in the movie didn't have energy to it. Like, they were all acted well, they were all sang well, and performed well, but I just thought the direction was very bland, especially in the Gaston music number.
The only thing I can say about that is I do agree with you that there was something off about the beginning of the movie. It seemed like they were rushing it.
Yeah.
They seemed like they were trying to get to the point very quickly.
Yeah.
They didn't take their time like they did in the animated movie. Mm-hmm. I know this isn't the animated movie.
No,
but
yeah.
I'm gonna keep going back to that because
that's a good comparison, because just pacing-wise, it didn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed to go too fast for me.
And again, I thought the early musical numbers, just I don't know why, they lacked an energy to it. Like, I liked the Gaston music number in the cartoon better, just because it's so weird and silly. And the movie version was kind of, I don't know, it didn't do it for me. And I was like, I'm not feeling it.
I felt it just because the beat was really great. Yeah. And honestly, it took me back to when I was a kid watching that. But at the same time, it made it more serious.
Yeah.
Like, it was a serious thing instead of just, oh, this is a cartoon
a weird silly song. Yeah.
This is just silly. Instead, it was something serious.
So as I was saying, though, like, I wasn't really into it, I was actually starting to get kind of bummed, because I'm like, I'm not into this movie anymore, and it was really starting to bum me out until it got to the like montage of them slowly falling in love. Then that's when the movie picked up, and then I was actually entertained till the end credits. And I was really happy that the movie picked back up the pace, because I was really kind of bummed there at first, where I'm like, I'm not feeling this. And then it picked up, and I was like, thank you.
The montage where they were falling in love, honestly, I cried. Mm-hmm. I cried a couple times during this movie. At the end, when they're dancing, and when the Beast gets stabbed. Or actually, in this one, he didn't get stabbed, he got shot. Mm-hmm. That was a difference. I was not expecting a gun. I loved the very beginning. I know we're bouncing around here, but I love the very beginning where they actually showed the Beast as a person.
Yeah,
they actually explained it. Like, at the beginning, it's him getting ready for this big party, and him dancing with a bunch of these girls, and Like, it's just, there's people singing and it's the life of a party, but you can also tell how arrogant and how self-centered he is. It really shows what happened, instead of the original where it was just, oh, he sneered at the gift and that was it. You're actually seeing what happened. It didn't show him either as a young boy. It showed him as an adult. So, that was a nice change, because I was always concerned about that, because an 11-year-old is being judged and then turned into a beast for the next 10 years. If anyone out there has seen the original movie and ever wondered what happened to Belle's mom, I know I've wondered it. I know there's a lot of things floating around, like, oh, maybe she died, or oh, maybe she just left. And
I never thought about it.
I've thought about it. A lot of Disney fans have thought about it. And I'm very happy to say that this movie actually tells you what happens.
Yeah, it actually delves into it. It's actually an important, like, plot point in the movie.
It actually goes into it, and it
works.
It's great.
Yeah, it worked. All the stuff they added into the movie was good. Like, even all the new songs, because there are new songs in the movie.
Which is beautiful.
Yeah, those all work too. Like, it was surprising, because normally, like, whenever you add stuff to something that's already great, it normally never works out. But surprisingly, what they added to it, I mean, it didn't make it, like, better than the original, but it made it a more fleshed out story and made it something fresh and new for fans of the original to see. So they're not just seeing, like, a straight-up remake of the original, they're seeing an expansion of the original, which is really cool.
What I absolutely loved, and going on what he just said, is that any questions or any theories that you had on the original, that anything that went unanswered, were answered in this movie. I loved it. All the plot holes were filled in.
Yeah. Overall, though, it was really well done. I'm glad it worked. I mean, I don't personally love it. Then again, it's not my kind of movie, so it makes sense. But that being said, it's really good. So if you're a fan of the original, I definitely say check it out, because as you can see,
it's great. I went into this movie thinking it was going to be terrible. I was going to give it a chance just because it's Beauty and the Beast, but I went into this movie thinking there is no way that this is going to be anywhere near as good as the original. It exceeded my expectations. It was amazing. It was phenomenal. I would recommend this movie to anyone with kids. I would recommend this movie to anyone in general, because it's just great.
And if you're not a fan of that kind of stuff, you can still find enjoyment in it, because I'm not a fan of that stuff, and it was good. I enjoyed it. So, out of 10?
10.
10? I'm going to give it a 7.5.
7.5?
7.5. Because again, that first half kind of bummed me out, but it picked up and became a very entertaining movie for the last half of it.
Yeah, I can see it.
So that's Beauty and the Beast. You can tell we both liked it. Her especially.
I love it. I'm going to go see it again.
It was
probably
good.
A couple more times.
I always kept, before going in the movie, like, talking to Sam and joking around about how, like, I don't want to see Beauty and the Beast. But it was always jokingly, and it was never like I was expecting this movie to suck. Because I wasn't expecting it to. But I was glad that it was as entertaining as it is. Like, I'm pretty sure Sam's going to click on this video waiting for me to just rip this movie apart.
And he's going to be very surprised.
But
hello, Sam.
But it was good. It was actually an entertaining movie.
I don't know what else to say other than it was just all my childhood dreams came true, and I love it. So
it's definitely entertaining. A good visual feast. And surprisingly enough, good to see in 3D.
Yeah. Surprisingly. There wasn't a lot of, like, 3D, like, in the face kind of things.
Actually, that's where it started out the most. There was a lot of stuff of, like, debris falling and stuff that actually popped out a lot more. Not as much death, but surprisingly, so it's a good experience.
Yeah.
I'll say.
It wasn't like they were actively trying to, like, put it in your face. Mm-hmm. It's not like Jaws 3.
Yeah.
Trying to... Like, no, that's not a thing. But
you just brought up Jaws 3 in a Beauty and the Beast video.
I did. Yes, I did.
Love you.
I love you too.
That's amazing. Either way, though, I think we've said as much as we really could say about this movie. And that's about it for now. And until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.